Hi and welcome back to my channel. I am Caspian and I read a lot of books, and I read mainly library books, but this is my Sunwait book calendar series, and it is the 6th of Sunwait, so we will start by lighting all the candles. I did it this morning, but I'm happy to do it again because why not, you know? So I'm gonna light all of the candles because it's the 6th and last of Sunwait today. So there's gonna be 6 candles. And we will start with that and see where this endeavor takes us. Wonderful. I need, let's try again. We have the first candle, Urus or Ur, and then we have the second candle, and then that is where it broke, so I'm not gonna do more on that. I'm gonna take another one. This is what you get when you buy matches from IKEA, seriously. And then we have Us or Ansus, and Raid or Raido, the 4th rune, 4th candle. And then we have last week's, the 5th candle, that is Ken or Kenas. Let's see if I can make this work if I just cut it off a little bit. Yes. This is the last candle. I really need to clean these. These look horrible after this year. So yeah. Okay, I have them with me. All of the candles. I'm gonna try and do this. These are all of the candles and my little koala bear in the middle. I'm gonna turn it so that you can see the koala bear. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna turn it so that I can see the koala bear. Okay, so there's that. I was going to do film some B-roll earlier today when I was walking a dog and that sort of thing, but I ended up not feeling so good, so I completely forgot about it. The dog was kind of stressed, and I became stressed, and I became almost nauseous while walking with him, and as soon as I had returned him, it went away. No surprise there, but so I completely forgot about that. So it's just me. But today I have a cup of hot chocolate with me. And from my hot chocolate calendar that I showed you in a previous video, like in early November, I think, because I bought it in October. So this is raspberry cocoa mix, or like raspberry cocoa, yeah, and it is delicious. It is delicious. There's 12 flavors in this calendar, and we have surpassed day 12 of December because it's day 18, so I am now tasting them all over again, but they are not in the same order, so there is a surprise in that. And yeah, there are some, I have there is 3 flavors that I'm not that fond of, wherein 2 of those I'm not fond of at all, and 1 is like drinkable. So, but this one is raspberry or raspberry. I don't know how you want to, you know. I grew up learning like British English, and we say, I think I learned to say raspberry. Delicious. And that is what they said when I went to visit there as well. Okay, so we have lit the candles, we have talked about my hot chocolate, and so what I usually do, I'm a bit tired today, because I have been awake since 4:30, 5:30 in the morning, 4:30, and my mind was clear before lunch, and then I got back from walking that dog, and I'm so tired now. So I think I would enjoy a nap, but I'm not that tired, you know? I don't think I could fall asleep now. Anyway, my mind is a bit slow. So it's not a cotton head today, so that's good. There's no cold anywhere or anything like that, so there's no cotton head. I'm just a bit tired, but you know, it's Sweden in the winter time. There's barely any sun. There wasn't any sun when I was out today. It's just, it's not raining, but it's not sunny, and we're still waiting for that snowy, Christmassy vibes that we don't have yet. So I think that kind of contributes to everything. But yeah, so books. Books. So I haven't had time to read that much the past week. So when it comes to my recent reads, there are none to review, because I haven't finished anything. When it comes to my current reads, I have read Zilch, 0 in this one. So I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just showing it. It's still a current read, but I haven't read anything. And then we come to the book that I got in my last book calendar package. This one, Jacobian's House. Haven't read it yet. Haven't read it. My plan was that I was going to read this one in the evenings, and then the other one that I'm currently that I was currently reading in the daytime. The problem is, or has been, and it's not a problem, but you know, I haven't been able to read this at all, because I wanted to focus on this one. I'm really enjoying the world building. I'm really enjoying the characters and the twists and turns, and oh my lord, there's so many things going on in this book, but in a good way, and I'm fully immersed when I'm reading it. You see, I only have 40 pages left, and then there's some extra bits. It says literally extras. I don't know what that means, but so there's some and those are not numbered, so I don't know how many pages those are. But I have 40 something pages. I am on page 656 out of 693. So 37 pages. Is that correct? Left in this book. So I will get back to it when I finished it. My plan was that if I can finish it today, I will review it at the end of this video. I will come back later this evening, and just add a bit and talk about it, because if I finish it today, or you know, I don't want to leave it for longer. So those are my current reads. So as I said, I'm really enjoying this story, continuing to follow Davian and Wirr, W-I-R-R, Wirr, and Asha. I want to say Asha, but I don't know if that is the correct pronunciation of her name. Ashalia. I don't know. I'm not an audiobook person, because I know there's a lot of people that knows how to pronounce characters' names in books, get that from listen to the audiobooks, but I'm not an audiobook kind of person, so I have no idea. I'm just doing my best in my own head. So yeah, gonna come back to that one. So yeah, I've had so much to do in a good way. I'm not like exhausted out of having too much to do. It's just that I'm not used to doing what I'm doing in the winter time, last winter I was still working a lot with dogs, and I was out and about all the time, and I kind of switched my way of living from one way to almost a completely opposite way, which is one reason why I'm still walking one dog, because I want to get out a little bit and walk around and get out there, because just sitting indoors and doing things and seeing the dreary weather, like the really horrible grayness, it doesn't draw you outside. So it's nice to have like a couple of times a week or 3 times a week someone that needs to go out, but it's not dependent on me. I can say no if I have too much to do or something comes up. So yeah, I think it's my first winter not walking dogs in, I'm sorry, but I worked with dogs almost only since 2009. So I did that for 15 years. I did it for 15 years, out in all weathers, all year round. And this is the first year that I don't have to go outside if I don't want to. So last year I promised myself that it was the last winter that I was gonna be doing that, because the weather in Sweden, for a few years at the beginning of my working with dogs career, there was wonderful winters. We had lovely winters in I have actually worked with dogs since 2008, so 16 years. But so like from 2008 until like 2014, 2013, we had some lovely winters, or we had winters like snow, and then since then, like for the last 10 years, it's been really unpredictable, and I have come home soaking wet and cold to the bone so often in the last 5 years that I have just gotten sick of it. So I still love working with the dogs, but I don't enjoy being outside when I have to come home and just peel my wet cold clothes off in the middle of December and January. So no, that is why I changed my ways. So I'm still adjusting, I think. I'm still adjusting. But yeah, so I don't know. So when my partner wrapped this, it started like tearing in this side. So he has like put some kind of, I don't think it's even tape. I think it's like those like things when you write someone's address and you write it on like a sticker, like I think it's like just plain stickers that he has cut, because he has so many of those. So I think he like mended it 3 times because it kept. So I'm interested to see what book it is that really wants out. It like, this book was like, I don't want to be lost. I don't want to be lost. How can you do this to me? So let's see what book it is in my last Sunwait book calendar package. Let's see. We have such a lovely word in Swedish for like calendar. We call it lucka. It's like a door. It's a door. Whatever it is, it's a lucka. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. Oh! It's Peter Pan. Peter Pan and Wendy by G.M. Barrie. That's so funny. I haven't even noticed that this wasn't on the shelf. I haven't noticed at all. But I think I had an inkling like in the beginning of the of this, that it might be in one of them. There's a card. Okay, this is not to me. This is, I think it came with the book when I bought the book secondhand. So there's like a, it's like a Christmas card, a Swedish Christmas card. God jul och gott nytt år. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Best wishes, Hedwig. I don't know any Hedwig, but thank you. That's lovely. It came with a Christmas bookmark. No, it is like a postcard, but someone placed it probably in someone's post box, or or gave it to them. And then someone used it as a bookmark, and then they gave the book away, and here I am. So, let's see. I mean, but okay, so this is great. This is great. I'm not like overly joyed, but it's a nice... What's the word? What is the word? Why do I only get Latin in my head? Variatio delectat. That is what I'm thinking. Or I think if an English-speaking person would say it, it would be variatio... no, I don't. That was Italian. No, variatio delectat. Variation. What's the English translation? The Swedish one is variation förnöjer. Så variatio delectat. Variation förnöjer. Vad är det på engelska? I'm so started. I started speaking Swedish. Okay, let's do this again. So, it is something, and okay. So I'm not overly joyed about this book, but it is a good, and I can only think of this in Latin, variatio delectat. In Swedish, variation förnöjer. English, variation is joyful? I don't know what delectat, the Latin word delectat, delectat, I don't know what that is in English. I know what it is in Swedish. So, my mind is so weird when I'm tired. It's like, who are we today? Are we Augustus? So anyway, what I mean is, I'm not overly joyed as in, oh, wonderful, like when I got the Turtle Diary, I was just like in tears. This doesn't make me cry with happiness, but it's a good variation to the other books that I'm reading. It's really different from this one that I got last week, Jacobian's House, and it's also really different from the last book that I read. What was the last book in this calendar? I don't remember. Oh, I'm sorry. It was the one that I DNF'd, Sally Rooney. But that's not the one I was thinking about. I was thinking about Paulo Coelho. Yes, I was thinking about By the River Pedra I Sat Down and Cried. There's been such variation between the books in this calendar, and I love it. It was a really good idea to just let my partner grab the slips from the TBR jar and just go for it. So this is the only middle grade. I think it's middle grade, right? This is the only like children's book, middle grade, whatever, that I have gotten in this calendar. I don't own that many. It's not my cup of tea. Stories that I liked when I was younger, I still like them, but I haven't. I think my dad read Peter Pan to me when I was a little child, but not this one, not this edition. And I don't think I need to tell you what it is about, but it says, one night Peter Pan is flying through the window at the house of Wendy, John and Michael. When he flies away, he leaves his shadow behind and has to visit the children one more time. Wendy helps him to sew the shadow back again, and although Peter has a hard time admitting it, he fancies her. when night comes, he teaches her and her brothers to fly, and they go to Never Never Land. That is the English word for it, like, right? Never Never Land. Because that should be the one in English. So yeah, wonderful. I wonder when this is. It has an ISBN number, so it's not older than 1970. Let's see when this is. Oh, it's from the 80s. It's older than me though. Is it? Yes. Wonderful. It's really cute. I think that's what I liked about it when I found it at the second-hand shop. I paid 20 crowns for it. So 10 times more than Sally Rooney's book that I didn't have. But yeah. And still just... I think 20 crowns is like £2. That's what I know. I know that like £1 is like 10 crowns. Something like that. So now I'm gonna continue drinking my hot cocoa. I'm gonna enjoy my candles a little bit. I will light them again on the winter solstice, the morning of the winter solstice. I'm gonna light them again. And then I'm gonna have some gingerbread muffins. One. I'm gonna have one gingerbread muffin. And then we'll see what I do. It depends on my brain. Because I have stuff I need to do, but it's no use doing them if my mind is not awake enough, because then I might have to redo them later, and that would be less good. So I may take some time to read this book, and maybe get back to you later about that. Or if my mind perks up after a bit of Swedish fika, then I will continue my day as I planned, and then crash into bed by 7:30 p.m. Something like that. So we'll see. Happy Sunwait. I promised myself and you that I was going to talk a little bit about next year's plans. So I think I will make another video on that topic when I have the time. But I can give you spoilers. So, for next year, I plan to do my TBR game again, and I'm hoping to have time in the in-between days to like spruce up my game, my board, and to spruce up or like redo my list of the different places on the board. Anyway, the other thing I'm gonna try and focus on is the series that I have started this year. I want to finish them next year. I think I have been good at finishing series that I started last year, but I haven't updated myself completely on that at all. So I plan to, during a few days off, go through my reading journal and see how I'm doing with series. And then I want to make a video about the series that I'm currently in and what my plans are for the next year with them. And then I'm going to make another video about the TBR game, because I don't want the videos to be too long. So happy Sunwait, happy reading, and maybe you will see an update on my current read at the end of this video, so you don't have to wait until next week or after the New Year's. I'm looking forward to finishing it, but I will be sad to see it go, and I want to read the next one soon. So I will see you soon. Xingling. Okay, so it's Friday, so it's been some time, and I did finish this one yesterday, and then I continued to read the When the Woods Sang, that non-fiction book, in the evening. So I did finish this yesterday, and I'm giving it a 5-star rating because it's been so long since I read a book that engaged me all the way through. Like the way I felt being immersed in this world, I don't think that really has happened since I read the Theodora Go's series about the monstrous women. I think that, yeah, I think the feeling I get from this book, being immersed in it and really like caring for the characters and all that sort of thing, that is the, you know, closest equivalent that I can think of. And there were some things that I didn't really understand, but it's a thick book, and there were things in the beginning of the book that, you know, I understood later in the book. So I do have the confidence or something to believe that this is the things that I don't yet understand will be explained in the coming 2 books, because it's a trilogy. So I did kind of compare this in my mind to the Leviathan books by Robert Jackson Bennett, because with those books, the duology, I felt like there were things that needed to be explained that was never explained. It was like, am I supposed to know this? Am I supposed to understand this? And it felt like the author needed me to have a bit more like understanding beforehand. And maybe that is the case. Maybe, you know, there are a lot of information about Leviathans out there. I'm not religious. I think it's something to do with Christianity, right? Like giants from something. Maybe you're supposed to know that stuff, and he thinks that everyone does because he does. That's kind of the feeling I got with this book. Everything was explained sooner or later. Nothing is the only things that are like hanging in the air, I feel confident I'm gonna understand in the next book. And then there's, you know, when I read a book in English, there's always a lot of words that I, you know, need to look up or I don't really understand, and, you know, that sort of thing. That it doesn't really help when it's a fantasy with there's a lot of fantastical words, or like fantasy, you know, made up words that I'm like, huh? But that I don't feel like that's as, you know, that's the author's fault in a way. That happens no matter what fantasy I read, that, you know, some concepts need longer to just, you know, and the language barrier is the biggest hurdle in that. So I'm giving this a 5-star because all of the things that might, you know, pull the rating down is, you know, they don't really matter in the grand scheme of it all. And I would like to own this series so I can read. I would not mind if I needed to, you know, buy this series and reread them instead of going right into the second book, because I have put myself on the waiting list for the second book at library. It is due by the person that holds it now by the same time that mine is due, so I'm hoping that when I get to the library in the beginning of January that I will be able to pick that one up, and if I can, then I will keep reading this series. But if it's not available yet and this kind of slips my mind, you know, and I feel like I need to reread it, then I will make it a point to put this on my want to buy needs it because I want it list, and buy the whole series when I have the opportunity to do so, and then reread it. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this one. Just wanted to end this little video with that information, so you don't have to wait for my thoughts on that when I only had like 40 pages left yesterday. So happy reading, happy Sunwait, and I will see you soon. Xingling!